Here's Brian and Lance. We're live from 304 Studios in Jonesboro, Arkansas. This is an STSPod.club production. And Lance, I wanted to surprise you. I couldn't tell you. And I want to tell you ahead of time, I'll be switching caps, hats, whatever you want to call it, because this is so tight that it's making my eyes bug out. But we are celebrating Pride this month, so why not? Willy Wonka Pride. There you go.
Look at that Pride hat.
I am BT, and over there is my buddy. And I just want everyone to know there's no truth to the rumor. He's opening up a yogurt place called Extra Moist. He is not doing that.
Nope.
He is from Chicago, the home of the best damn pizza in the world. He's the snark of excellence. My partner in crime, Lance Levine. Oh, wait. Nobody popped in any sound.
I am the expert in sound sweetening and vacuum, so I will take that. I don't know. Can you hear me with all that background noise?
I'm sorry. I did not pop that in. I did not pop that in.
So the wife was vacuuming. Okay, I'm in the Pringles Harvest Blends Farmhouse Cheddar Studios here in Chicago. Thank you for that great introduction. Extra Moist, was that the yogurt place?
Yeah, it was Extra Moist. I'm not sure who's opening that, but there was rumors all over the Twitter that it was going to be you.
Fake news. Yeah. I did see Extra Moist playing. They opened for Depeche Mode back in the day, but that was it. Extra Moist is a band, so that's it. Yeah.
Just so everybody knows, we would never, ever pop in sound. This is the crowd, the audience that's behind us. They're in here today on a Monday, wink, Monday recording. And so we would never, ever pop in sound. And if you're not getting this joke, I'm sorry. We like inside jokes, and we love the way people react over some of the dumbest, stupidest stuff ever. And that's not a vacuum sound.
This is one of the features. This is one of the features of the new Pringles studios that we're in, is we do have a live studio audience. So this is great.
All right, man, let me get some business and then we'll get started. May had 13 episodes in it. Damn, I'm tired. The top three episodes
in May.
That's right. Number 3 was WTF. Number 2 was my buddy Tony Myers, who also wrestles in Japan as Chainsaw Tony. And number 1 was Uncle Phil. It really surprised me, but we got tons of views. I mean, plays. That's what I'm talking about. Tons of plays. I'm not going to go through the total increases because it sounds like I'm bragging, but we are 236% increase in plays from last year at this point. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to everybody that started with us. Bob McGee, Ed, Brano Lasto, Mr. Crone, and John.
John Henderson. Yep.
Yeah, a lot of guys there. We do appreciate it. And a bunch of people. Tom Reese, a bunch of people, cool kids that helped us get started. This past week, we had another interview from 1991 from Eddie Gilbert on Cassette Wrestling News. That is so fun to listen to. And we have a new episode of Shooting Star coming up this week.
With Dustin Starr and that
Dustin
hair.
Starr, yeah. And I can hear your co-host barking. Yeah. She's getting mad.
She's part of the studio audience.
Yeah. So big thank you to everything. Lance, tell them what we're doing.
All right. Well, before we get to what we're doing, I just want to make sure, is that hat cutting off your circulation?
Oh, man.
Okay?
Wait, I better.
You may have to change that hat. I want you to be able to take part. Now, back to the Mr. Mellon hat already in progress. Okay, good.
All right.
Anyway, what we're doing is, of course, the WTF news desk for May of 2023. Yet another fantastic month, my friend. That's right. Thank you, studio audience. We appreciate that. So we are going to start at number 10, where we always start. We are starting with the stipulation match. It is the Ganbare Pro Inherent Vice 2023 card. It was on May 6th. 2023. It was from the Takashimodera Ward Community Center.
Oh, you did that good. Takamashora Wara.
Takashimodera Ward Community Center. It was attended by 68 fans, my friend. So that is the big turnout that they had. It was a three-way match, and we've talked about these folks before. It was Hong Kong domestic police woman beating Hong Kong international policeman, I guess it was intergender, and Itabashi dangerous policeman who did the job. It was Itabashi dangerous policeman did the job. So it was a three-way match won by Hong Kong domestic police woman. Then they rematched on May 28th, and this time it was in front of 82 fans. So I did the math. It was a 21% increase in fans.
Woo,
so great
yeah,
for
all
them.
right.
Really good increase there. And then this one, it was Hong Kong International Women's Policeman, which seems like a contradiction to me, but it's June, so whatever. So Hong Kong International Women's Policeman beat Hong Kong International Policeman by ref stoppage. And from what I'm told, my sources tell me there were handcuffs involved, Brian. So I figured
just
that would
like a Saturday night at the Tremel House, baby.
Right. So all I got to say is that damn Gambari 50-50 booking with this to the match results on this. So damn them for that 50-50 booking at number 10.
You know, all I could think about is Big Boss Man. Why didn't they have Big Boss Man 2 or Big Boss Man Woman Man? That would have that would have been so good. So good. Yes.
That would be in their names. It would be Hong Kong International Big Boss Man Police Woman. That would be the name. So
I love that.
That'll be how
all
they
right.
do it.
Number 9 is one of my favorite ones of the whole month. So go ahead.
I am actually going to surprise you with my take on this when we get to it. So Booker T orders takeout at number 9. So as we like to affectionately know him on this show, it's Hot Garbage. Hot Garbage was at the desk on the May 2nd episode of NXT. And a fan filmed him on his phone behind the desk, and he was ordering DoorDash. So it was during the Indy Hartwell farewell to NXT because she had won the belt, she broke her foot, whatever happened. And then she got drafted to Raw or SmackDown. So she's gone. So she was leaving. So when he was questioned about it, Booker T said that the show was over. His role was done. It was the last segment of the show. So who cares? So here's my surprise for you, Brian. I agree with Booker T on this. Who gives a shit? This fan was creepy for filming him behind his desk. You know, he was filming the fact that Booker T was on his phone ordering DoorDash. So I think the fan was being creepy. The fan was out of line. And all I can think of is it's a good thing Booker T wasn't watching like gay porn or something on his phone while he was at work.
What if he was texting his wife something important?
Yeah. So
I mean,
Booker T ordering takeout at number 9.
I love this. I thought it was funny, but then I looked at it as real creepy. I'm like, this really shows you, like, you can't do shit on your phone in public where somebody's going to be watching what's on your phone. Sometimes you're stupid enough to turn the volume loud enough so everybody in the office can hear you. God, I hate that. But, man, leave people's phones alone. Yeah. And so what if he's ordering something to eat during the last segment of the show? Jesus Christ.
I just, as much as I don't like Booker T, I got to be objective. And, you know, the guy was ordering food. Who gives a shit? The fan was the one who was in the wrong.
Thank God he wasn't talking during that time. So, I mean, that was because he wasn't talking. He was ordering food. So that was a good thing. So
he wanted some warm food when he got off his shift. So more power to him. Good for you, Booker T. I will support you on this one, my friend. Not often, but here I will. So, all right, at number 8, we have the now this is, you have coined it a feel bad story, I think is
God, just
you coined this one a
horrible.
Feel bad story.
Yeah.
So the appropriately named Ron Ratcatcher is at number 8. So I'm warning on this one, fans, you are going to need to shower after the story. I probably will go have to take a shower. We'll take a break in the recording. So a woman is given up for adoption in Florida. She searches and wants to find her biological father. So she discovers Ronald Antonori, who is also known as wrestling manager Ron Ratcatcher, is her real father. So she then goes on to say that they met up at a hotel and they spent the day. Now, this woman is an adult at this point, obviously. She claims they met up at a hotel. They spent the day drinking and doing acid together. What could go wrong doing acid and drinking with your father?
That's right.
And then that he raped her. Allegedly, he raped her after all this. So they're in a motel. She comes to and flees the scene. And then he fled the scene because he knew he was going to be in trouble. He's later arrested in Clearwater, Florida, held on $302,000 bond, pleads not guilty. He's charged with incest, sexual battery, and possession of drug paraphernalia. So it's just a gross story. I was waiting for Marty Jannetty's name to somehow get linked to this, but just a gross story, only in wrestling and only in Florida. With Ron
That's the way it
Ratcatcher
feels
at
like.
number
Just
8.
one of those things where I don't even know what to say. I wrote sick fuck. That's pretty much what I wrote. And that's what it was about. I mean, like you said, drinking and dropping acid, blah, blah, blah. What do you expect to happen out of that? But still, that was his daughter that he had sex with. So just a total sick fuck.
Just gross. So gonna take a shower after this one. So all right, at number 7, we got Mandy and Sonia's almost angle and Sonia Stalker. We have an update on the Sonia Stalker. So former WWE writer Dave Schilling on the In the Weeds podcast says the original plan for WrestleMania 35 was a triple threat with Mandy versus Sonia versus Asuka. And it would have ended with Mandy pinning Sonia because Sonia laid down for the pin, and they would kiss in the pinfall. So they actually, I think this is bizarre to me. They cleared it with gay groups, like gay whatever groups, to make sure that this wasn't viewed as being offensive. And it was cleared. It was clear that they were going to do this angle. But then Schilling, as the writer, was against it because he thought the crowd would be so pro Asuka. Asuka was a babyface at this time. And that the two women that would be kissing would have been booed badly because Asuka was so over as a babyface.
I don't think so.
He thought it would have been, Schilling thought it would have been a bad look, and it would have gotten the wrong kind of heat. I don't know. I think that Asuka was over as a babyface at that point, but we know how fans love to see big, splashy events. And I think they would have cheered that if it had really happened. I don't think it would have gotten booed, even though Asuka was a face. So, and then also we have Philip Thomas, not the Miami Vice Philip Thomas. We've made that clear. Philip Thomas, 27, is sentenced to 15 years in prison for going to Sonia's house. We covered this in 2020. He went to Sonia's house with a knife, zip ties, duct tape, mace, window punches, which I don't know what the fuck a window punch is, but he had window punches with him, and a condom, of course, because he was going to be safe about the whole thing.
Yeah. I'm glad he was going to be safe. Yeah. This piece of shit needs to be in jail. I love the 15 years. 15 and, to me, there's stages of the stalking thing, Lance. I mean, I have stalkers before.
Sure. We all have.
And, I'm okay with them. I'm okay with my stuff.
You invite them in for something.
I invite them in. We have acid and we drink and stuff like that. So there's really nothing going on.
But there's
here.
no rape. Never
I actually got a joke out of that. I cannot believe I got a joke out of that. But Sonia Stalker, to me, it's getting that close and being at the house and all that.
He was in the garage or something.
Yeah. You deserve to. He could tell them what they were doing and everything. So you deserve to go to jail. 15 years is pretty rough, but he had something mentally wrong with him too. So good deal. Good pat on the back to the judge on that one.
And if any of our fans know what a window punch is,
we need to know what a window
tweet that to us, because I didn't have time to look it up.
Window punch.
So all right, at number 6, we're transitioning. This is called a segue in the business, Brian.
We're going
right from that to the crime blotter.
I got you.
Crime blotter. So we have Tony Ferguson and Joey Janela this month are our crime blotter features. So UFC lightweight Tony Ferguson arrested May 7th after allegedly crashing his truck into 2 parked cars before flipping it over at 2 a.m. in Hollywood, California. He refuses the breathalyzer. He's uncooperative with police, but his breath reeked of alcohol and his eyes were bloodshot. So one of the best parts about this story, fortunately nobody got hurt. One of the best parts is rapper Cash Gotti exits the club where this took place and finds that his Mercedes has been wrecked. So I just had to have the story in here because I wanted to talk about Cash Gotti, because it will be the only time we ever mention that name on this show. So Cash Gotti, one of your favorites, right?
One of my favorites. And Ferguson, it goes back to the whole UFC. Who is the fighters? Let's get some background on these guys.
Yeah. So, and then we had a near miss for Joey Janela, as Cinco de Mayo marked the 10th anniversary of somebody getting murdered right next to Joey Janela's parked car at an indie show in Scranton, Pennsylvania. And the cops accused him of it because his car was right there. I don't know. It's circumstantial evidence. So he said he was stuck. This was the 10-year anniversary of it. He was stuck in Scranton, Pennsylvania for days as police were investigating this. And it nearly cost him his job as a pizza delivery boy. So I'm thinking Jim Cornette's going to have a blast with that one if he hasn't already, just knowing that Joey Janela was delivering pizzas as recently as 10 years ago. So a near miss for Joey Janela. Congratulations. He was not convicted or arrested for the murder there.
All right, that was 10 and all the way to 6, and we're going to do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 after the commercial break. If you're watching the video, no commercial.
Pink.
All right, we're back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, Lance. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
You know, last month we had a very our smut was just very limited. There was very little stuff in smut. This time, smut which is of course social media uproar time, are again overflowing. So we got to get right to it. So we have CM Punk versus Brian Alvarez. Thank you. Thank you, our Pringle studio audience. They're the best. So we got Punk versus Alvarez. We got TK versus Mike Coppinger. We have Trent Beretta, a brilliant tweet from Trent Beretta. We got JBJP, as us insiders call him. We have Renee Paquette, and we have Chris Jericho. So let's get right to it. So Punk versus Alvarez. There's confusion over the original announcement of the Collision show because Punk was not mentioned on it. Originally, he was supposed to be part of the show. Then his name was omitted. Now he's back on the show. So Brian Alvarez tweets that there's a story there, and Punk gets pissed off about it. Punk blows up, and he says, Brian doesn't like it when misinformed internet trolls make up rumors about him for clicks. He's married. By God, that man has a family. So Alvarez and Punk have had heat in the past. It somehow stems from Punk having a relationship with Maria Kanellis.
I know. None of this makes any sense to me.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I try to research it. I even reached out to Bix, and Bix just said he didn't give me the story. But yeah.
Well, Maria Kanellis, we just want to make sure we mention she is the mother of the famous Kanellis baby. We got to make mention of that. We got to clarify that.
Baby.
Babies, I think, at this point.
Babies now, yeah.
So anyway, so there's heat there. Punk was quite the Randy bachelor back in the day in WWE, or WWF, whatever it was at the time. So anyway, there's some heat between Alvarez and him. So then we have TK, because insiders, we call him TK. Tony Khan for the rest of you guys. TK versus ESPN reporter Mike Coppinger. So Meltzer had tweeted in the Observer at this point, this was a month or so ago, that the Wembley show, the Wembley AEW show, had hit 35,000 tickets sold at that point. It's obviously sold more by this point. So this Mike Coppinger, who is a boxing and combat sports reporter for ESPN, he replied to Meltzer's tweet that it's only scaled for 40,000, and that he was there when it was packed with 94,000 for a recent Tyson Fury fight. So Tony Khan loses his shit, and he says, it all in caps, lies. What a load of crap. Tell your agent Nick Khan to shove it up his ass. Wow, harsh words from TK on that one. So, and then Tony keeps on him. He stays on him. He wants to know the source of the story. Since Nick Khan was connected to this guy Coppinger previously, they were in a company, or
right. I saw that.
There was some relationship there. So, but I called TK a journalistic bulldog on this one, and then I realized not really a bulldog, more like a beagle or a schnauzer or something, knowing that it's TK. So, not a bulldog. So that was the next smut story. Then we have Trent Beretta. I love this one. Trent Beretta had a tweet. You're going to meet a nice girl one day, and then she's going to see that you have a Twitter where you argue about pro wrestling TV ratings with Dave Meltzer all day, and then that nice girl is going to murder you with poison. So I am a newfound fan of Trent Beretta over that tweet, because it is 1,000% true about these goofs that have to argue with Meltzer about the ratings. So then JBJP, again, I'll spell it out. It's Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Of course, that's what we know him as. We're insiders. He also rips Neckbeard Nation. He says he appeared at a fan convention in England, in Manchester, England. The fans claimed he was rude.
He was rude.
He tweets out, had a blast, love meeting the fans, take a walk, get laid, hit a Canadian destroyer. Thanks for the support. Loved it. So basically he's saying, hey, asshole, if you can hit a Canadian destroyer, then talk to me about me being rude. That's how I
didn't even like that. I thought he came off really as an asshole, because apparently he was really rude to a bunch of people. So
there was no confirmation of that, but the fact that he said get laid, hit a Canadian destroyer. I loved it. So then we have Renee Paquette, Renee, who is famous for not wearing sleeves on AEW. She tweets that she and Mox took their male cat to get neutered, and then they spayed the cat because he's a girl and we're idiots. I honestly would not know a spay and a neuter. I know spayed and neutered is fixing the animals, but I don't know which one applies to which gender, whatever. So, and then finally we have Chris Jericho.
The neuter is the male, spade is the girl.
Right.
And we had a cat that we called Tom. Until she had a litter of kittens when I was growing up. So well, yes, it can happen. It can happen.
Maybe you should put the other hat back on for this segment because we're just obviously confused about genders right now.
Yeah, so. There you go. Yeah.
All right. So then we wrap up Smut with Chris Jericho. He got into it with one Action Jackson 666 on Twitter. Action Jackson 666 tweet. Wasn't there a Memphis guy, Action Jackson?
Yeah,
different guy. Different guy. So Action Jackson, spelled differently anyway. 666 tweeted that the Wembley attendance is one hyped debut and does not fix AEW's core issues. And Jericho could not help himself. He had to reply to this guy. Boy, you must be fun at parties, Sean. And by the way, go fuck your ass. So
go fuck your ass, Sean, is what he said. So just crazy. Jericho is.
He gets pissed.
He does. He gets him and TK getting mad. TK reminds me of, and I kid about this all the time, but when he gets all mad and everything, all I can think of is those guys from the Big Bang Theory getting mad and us just sitting back laughing about it. Like, come on, chill. No one is scared of you, TK.
Yeah.
And then Jericho is, Jericho's our age, and he just gets mad at the least little things. He's got another one coming up.
Yeah.
And then go fuck your ass, Sean. Of all things to say. And we also know that Jericho's on the road right now. Yeah. So he could be actually intoxicated when he twitters. So,
that's a good theory.
Yeah.
Good theory. Well, I mean, I've noticed as a fan of his, I am a big fan of Jericho. He is probably on my Mount Rushmore as he gets further into his career. But that's his default when he's pissed is go fuck your ass. I've seen that tweet back at people a number of times.
Go fuck your ass.
That's his go-to. So, all right, at number 4, we have nursery news. We have this is a feel-good story.
It is.
You coined that back in the day. So, nursery news. We got Pam is going to be an auntie. So, I'm so excited. Yep. Sammy Guevara, I'll say it for you. Sammy Guevara and
Sammy G.
Sammy G, that's right. Sammy G and Ty Conti announce on Double or Nothing that she's preggers. So my first thought is basically Pam is going to be an aunt on this one. So as our listener Eric Crone once said, after that, she'll have less complaining and gibberish to Tony Khan about her spot for the next 9 months at least. So I thought, Crone, that was a good line. Then we have Alexa Bliss also announcing that she's with child with husband Ryan Cabrera. So there wasn't much about that, but the only reason I thought that was entertaining is because there's going to be some goofs online saying that Bray Wyatt implanted a demon seed in her, and that's why she's pregnant. And then wrapping up our maternal month is Mella is maternal. That's all we're going to say about that one. So nursery news at number 4. Lots of good preggers stories.
Yeah, all right.
So yeah, just the Ty Conti having a kid that cracked me up. Thank you, fans. Appreciate it. So all right, at number 3 we have Spider-Man attacks Zicky Dice at number 3. So this is for you, Brian. Zicky Dice, aka Nick Zappo.
Zappo. What a name, huh?
He was one of the Marx brothers, I'm pretty sure. Nick Zappo. Yep. So Zicky Dice brings outlandish Paradise Wrestling shows to Atlanta. That's his promotion, apparently. So he brings the shows to Atlanta to a gaming and anime con called MomoCon. Just seems like special, like fans for this MomoCon. So a special needs fan. This guy was enormous too. I'm sure you saw the clip.
I did.
Huge guy in a Spider-Man costume attacks Dylan McQueen, indie wrestler Dylan McQueen, who is known as the Gaytriarch. That is his character. He is the Gaytriarch.
He is a hell of an act.
Put the other hat back
very
on,
good.
Please.
Yeah.
So the Spider-Man special needs fan rams Dylan McQueen into the apron, and then he gets into the ring and he does a Samoan drop on female wrestler Danny Jordan before security finally takes this guy down.
Well, what happened was security thought it was part of the show.
Yeah. And
they thought it was part of the show. The fans that were videotaping it actually made a comment afterwards. I thought this was part of the show. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, the guy that was dressed up like Spider-Man, he actually did the moves.
Yeah.
I mean, like a rookie or something, but still, what does Zicky say about it? A
He
day of
said
special. What was the
he has in the past, allegedly, he says he's worked with intelligent or intellectually disabled people before. And he says that he thinks that the security and the promotion handled it well. Nobody got hurt and no charges were pressed because there were no injuries. But I disagree with you. I thought the fan had good form. That Samoan drop looked like a good drop, like an actual wrestler. So, but we're, sending out our thoughts and prayers to the Gatriarch and to Danny Jordan. We're glad they didn't get hurt.
Yeah, very much so. That's and I've had my own run in with fans, and it'll shake you up. It will really shake you up.
There was no guardrail or anything. So
I had them one night just come in real close and grab my jersey, and just the idea that they got that close, they could have stabbed me or whatever.
Oh yeah,
and it scared the shit out of me every time it happened.
Yeah. Just knowing that this guy was that close, and not only did he
usually Lance, this was not a big deal to him. This was he wasn't doing anything wrong, so that's what makes it tough. So
so crazy that he gets the guy outside the ring against the ring apron. The hardest part, John McAdam once told me, that's the hardest part of the ring. And then he gets in the ring and hits the girl with the move too. So I'm like, boy, thank God nobody got hurt on this. So all right, so Spider-Man attacking Zicky Dice at number 3. So 2 is Tony Schiavone is a world-renowned, experienced pants shitter at number 2.
That's right. He is my hero because here we go. We want to listen to him and Conrad talk about this. Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and share this and get it started. If you are watching the video, then you can see it. And if you're not, you'll be able to hear it in just 1 second.
Okay.
Would you rather have sex with a duck once? As a heads up, they have corkscrew penises. They're kind of scary.
So does Brian.
A duck. Or would you rather shit your pants every time you orgasm?
I would rather shit my pants every time I orgasm.
Because
I don't orgasm hardly anymore.
So you almost never shit your pants, which is about the amount you normally shit your pants.
No, I've shit my pants quite a bit.
Really? So you're a known pants shitter?
Yeah, because here's the deal. You being a young guy,
I love this.
You don't realize it, but when you get in your upper 50s and your 60s, you're going to shit your pants.
No, untrue.
Yes, very true. Lance lies.
Some of this stuff we're watching now on TV, a burrito bowl. You'll say, "Oh, it's just a little bit of gas."
And you
I shit my pants. I've shit my pants quite a bit. Yeah. I always, when I travel,
I love this part.
Take a pair of underwear for every day. Right? And then I take 2 extra pairs just in case.
So first of all, shout out to Richard and Josh on that one. So that was the What Happened When podcast with our guy Conrad Thompson. The best part to me, I mean, the whole thing is hysterical to me, but the best part is how they are both so serious, deadpan delivery on all of that. Like, there's no chuckling or anything.
My favorite part is him talking about how many pairs of underwear he puts in as extras,
I just, Tony is saying he is a world-renowned, experienced pants shitter. He's saying 50s and 60s. We're right there. I've never shit my pants.
Yeah, you are a liar. So there you go.
You're lying all you want. So I want to know what are Richard and Josh's excuse? Because they're nowhere near 50s and 60s.
Hey, Lance, I've only shit my pants 3 times this year. So 3 times is not a lot. Is not a lot. Come on, give me a break.
So I am right there in the danger zone, the Tony Schiavone.
You are in the danger zone.
Never happened.
You're the same age, and it's going to happen. One of these days, you'll text me and say, I really been lying, but I just want to tell you, I really hadn't been lying, but I just want to tell you, I just shit myself. So
it finally happened. I'm just going to text you in the middle of the night. It finally happened.
I hope you do.
Probably not going to happen.
Here's the bad thing is that your friends John and Crone both want to go right along with you and say, I've never shit my pants. There's no chance that 3 adult men that eat the way y'all do have never shit your pants.
There's
no chance.
Self-control.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do with self-control.
I eat all the Taco Bell I want. It's never happened. So, all right. We're at the number 1 story. So you referenced it earlier. we are sending from the WTF news desk, we're sending our thoughts and prayers to Chris Jericho at number 1. So May 8th, the Ocho himself tweets that Mandalay Bay, he tweets to, thank you, the Pringles audience chiming in. The Ocho tweets to Mandalay Bay Resort in Vegas that it is unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
They tried to bully and assault him when all he wanted was his bags that he had left at the concierge desk. So security ignored him for 30 minutes, and then they had the audacity to get physically and mentally assault him, and they laughed in his face. So he demands restitution from Mandalay Bay. So Karen Jericho, okay, Karen. So Mandalay Bay has not commented on this case. He's done this before. I've definitely seen him tweet things before to other companies, as have I. I've bitched and moaned about companies.
Not like Jericho.
The difference is I've never claimed physical and mental assault by DirecTV or stores that it just had the checkout lines were way too fucking long. I've never been assaulted. So Chris Jericho, rough and tough wrestler that he is, was assaulted and physically and mentally assaulted by Mandalay Bay. So we are sending out our best wishes to Chris Jericho at number 1. We feel really bad for this. We hope that he recovers from this and he's okay at the number 1 slot.
I feel bad
Very sad.
just thinking about it. I really do. And I know we were going to cover it, but man, him being assaulted and everything.
Assaulted. That's right.
All right, guys.
Don't pipe in the sound. Stop
That's
it.
right. We're going to
Stop
be
piping
here
in the
same
sound.
bad time, same bad channel with no popping in the sound.
No.
On the best little wrestling podcast in the business. Be there. And as everyone knows, I love my mama.
And as everyone knows, I have fun everywhere I go. And where I'm about to go is to our Patreon, because we're going to have our honorable mentions in just a moment. So stick with us. If you're a Patreon. If you're not, you should be.